Celsius. 2 laps. Let's make them count. The air temp is 24 Celsius.
Hey everybody, welcome back to On The Grid, and in today's video I want to share my favorite apps that I've used with most of the sim racing titles out there. Now for the experienced sim racers, this probably won't be anything new, or maybe I'll discover something, but this is really geared towards those who are fairly new to the scene. I know when I first got into sim racing, I would hear some of these names but really had no idea what benefit would have for me, so I started reading up on them, testing them out, and found that these are not only helpful, but they really made the overall experience that much more immersive. So that's why I really thought it would be good to share this list with you. First one up on the list is SimHub. This is an essential app in my opinion, and it's a software/hardware dashboard that really controls the interactions you have with your sim rig and games. It can control anything from Arduino, which displays various types of data from the games, USB digital dashes like if you have a Vocore display, base shakers, wind machines, vibration motors, and so on. I mean, it is endless. It can seem really overwhelming when you start it up, but if you're using wind machines and base shakers, then you'll pretty much likely understand the interface. I use it mostly for running the complete dash set, and I've done a video on it to really show how to get yourself set up and running with that, but I use it mainly for the dashboard, so having different interfaces that I'm using from different games, and this does support pretty much every game out there. I only have the list of games that I use showing here, but you can enable a lot of the other games, whatever games you're running. SimHub is exactly as the name suggests. It's a hub for all of your sim gear, and it really would need a whole separate video to go through it and explain everything that you can do in SimHub. The second one would be Crew Chief. This is another absolutely essential app. This is a radio engineer spotter app that keeps you up to date with everything that is happening in the race. And I prefer it over the in-game engineers that some of the sim races have, simply because of the amount of information and control you have with Crew Chief. You can enable voice recognition, which is really quite handy. You can ask for all kinds of info from fuel levels, temperatures from brakes, tires, opponent details, and so much more. You can also enable overlays, so it's really great for VR, for people who are running VR. With something like OtterHud in Race Room, you can have it integrated right into the HUD, so that's another really great feature. One feature that I do like is the fuel to the end in iRacing, which lets the crew chief calculate the necessary fuel needed to get you to the end of the race. And I absolutely love this feature. And you can narrow down everything in crew chief by game or by specific settings, so it really is easy to navigate. It looks like there's a lot going on, and there is, but you can really narrow it down to what you're looking for specifically. Again, a really great app by Mr. Belowski, and it's a must-have. The third would be the Race Room OtterHud. This is a custom web HUD that replaces the original Race Room HUD, which has started to show its age. Probably one of my favorite overlays or HUDs because of the amount of customization and integration it has. So to add this, you'll need to download the Dash app that you can get at the Sector 3 forum under the Community Workshop category, and you need to run this Dash app prior to launching Race Room. I usually keep it pinned to the taskbar. It just makes it a lot easier to launch. And you do need to add this line of code to the startup parameters for it to be enabled. Then all you need to do is go in the game under settings and disable the in-game HUD, and you're good to go. Otter keeps this updated with new features, so really go out there, grab this, and support another great community member. He does a lot of great stuff specifically for this dash as well. And another one that I cannot not talk about is Content Manager. I mean, what can you not say about it? This is an alternative launcher for Assetto Corsa and Content Manager. This extends the functionality of Assetto Corsa by miles. Popular add-ons like Sol and Custom Shaders Patch, which gives an overall upgrade to the visuals, are really a must-have add-ons. You can manage liveries, mods, cars and tracks, and something I really like is the live panel with integrated races from Sim Racing System and World Sim Series. So It's just endless. And again, like SimHub, it would require a whole video just to go through what you can do with Content Manager. It's really, really endless. But it is given a second life to Assetto Corsa, and you can see by all the different mods that are out there that you can download at Race Department and all different other places. Really another great app. You can manage all your mods and all your installations just by simply dragging and dropping right into the app, and it'll install it for you. So another really great one. Now, RACELAB, this is an iRacing overlay specific to iRacing. There are a few different ones out there for iRacing, but I like RACELAB because it is clean, it's modern, it's very functional, and you can get the basic access is free, which gives you pretty much all the necessary things. You can't tweak and customize it to the extent as if you subscribed, and the subscription I think is around maybe €4 a month. That'll give you full access to all the features, including having a track map, which I can't understand to this date why iRacing doesn't have a track map. You can get the layout builder and really go all out with all your custom options. It's really got a nice aesthetics look to it, and so that's really why I like RACELAB. Now, in the line of iRacing, Trading Paints is another one. This is custom liveries for iRacing. So the basic livery options in the game are really, I have nothing to write home about. They're very, very basic. But Trading Paints allows you to have more creative freedom, and it's really great if you have, want to create a team livery, or if you're doing league races. So it really allows you to customize that and exchange back and forth. You can build it right in Trading Paints and then share it over to iRacing. There is really endless options here based on, specific to car, what's trending, what's popular. So it really makes for a nice companion to iRacing. And SIMRACING.GP is not really an app per se, but it's more of a platform, which is fairly new, and its purpose is for organizing and participating in league races. You have all kinds of details that you can get on this, from stats, standings, calendars, and right now it supports Assetto Corsa, Assetto Corsa Competizione, and Race Room. I do know that AMS2 or Automobilista 2 is in the pipeline, so that should be coming soon, but it's a really great place to go if you're trying to find league races to be involved with. And I mean, pretty much everyone has a league in this on SIMRACING.GP, and they've really done a great thing to come out with something like this, a platform where everybody can kind of have one central place to align and coordinate all their league races. And finally, one final one that I used to use quite a bit, and still do every once in a while actually, is RS Dash. So this works on Apple, Android, and Windows. It is really great for those wanting a dash that works on console as well. And that's why I say I used to use it quite a bit, because I used to run it when I would be playing games on console like Project Cars 2 or whatever it may be, because it works really great. And there's not a lot of external apps or external things that you can add in when you're playing on console. So this is one that I used to really like. And Craig is a really great guy, the guy who developed this program. So to run on a PC, all you need to do is download the Transmitter app that you can get from this website. And on console, all you need is to enter the IP address that matches what you're running on. So really straightforward, really easy to get up and running, and it's got everything in the dash you want, from times to very vintage looking dashboards to a track map, all different kinds of things you can add in it. So a really essential one if you want to run on console or on PC. So that is my list. I hope you've discovered at least one app from the video. These are all really great and definitely makes a sim racing more immersive, more functional, and really an overall better experience. So if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments below and I'll be happy to respond. If you need help kind of getting installations and stuff, I didn't want to make it a really long extended video. I just thought it would be great to share some of my apps or elements that I use to help my racing experience even more immersive. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, take care.